Good morning, David.
Morning.
How are you?
How's the travel been?
Fantastic.
Good. I know you had a players' meeting before the first training session on Monday. What have you spoken about to try and change the results, to try and change the pattern of defeats?
Well, we have just been continuing trying to implement the principles we would like to have in play, showing them the good stuff from our last camp and the bad things as well. Just trying to learn from the last camp, building on to this one. Honestly, maybe Nathan could answer that one better than me, but I really feel much better this camp, both on meetings, on the sessions. Is a higher tempo in what we are doing. That would tell me that they are getting it better than last time, and maybe understandable. A new coach, maybe new things, etc. So I feel much better this camp. But that's mainly what we have been doing. I think we have had 5 meetings or something. So we're doing more talking than training.
From a player's point of view, Nathan, how has it been? I imagine you're captain the side tomorrow.
No, it's been a very positive week, I think. I think we've had a lot of meetings, obviously, but we've had to. It's part and parcel of international football. I think the work we've done on the pitch has been very productive, and I think we're looking forward to going now, and we have a good feeling this week. We felt a lot better. We know our ways around what the gaffer wants again, and yeah, there's been a better feeling this week.
Damien?
And Heimir, can you draw parallels between the job you're trying to do now with Ireland and the mission you launched with Iceland all those years ago?
Yeah, it's a lot of similarities. Starting from a low point, I would say, in both projects. Trying to build a structure, which is really important in a national team. Not taking it a game by game, but building something together from one game to another, trying to build on what we did last time, etc. I think that is really important. Said so many times that it's so different to be a national team coach. For example, if you just take this camp, and it will be the same next camp. Players play on Sunday, they come, they cannot train on Monday, so yesterday was probably the only real training session we can have. So that's the only time we have all the players and they are physically ready to do a training session. So it's tough to be a coach and have only one training session. So we just need to have everything ready on what we did last time and try to build on that one, because the players will then go to their clubs and do something totally different for a month. And then next time they will come, we will again have one training session. So we just need to be ready and clear on what we want, not to overload the players with information, just keep on building and then slowly, camp by camp, improving what we are doing.
It's been a difficult couple of years in terms of results. Does the team almost have to learn how to win games again?
No, we just need to find our ways to win. And once we do, then hopefully we can keep on winning.
Nathan, just wait for your question. Microphone, please.
Heimir, in the past, Irish teams generally play for a match and train quite late in the evening, obviously a bit earlier today. What's your thought process about getting the players out on the pitch very early, having just arrived in yesterday evening, and obviously it's a long time to kick off then tomorrow night?
No, that would be my preference of doing it this way. I think traveling is one thing. Let's say we would have a lot of coaches do the same time as kickoff time. That would mean today we would just be waiting for a training in the afternoon. Instead, we finish that off. And then the players can do whatever they need to do. Some players probably need to get some sleep, so they can do that, after the training session. And then tomorrow we'll do an activation in the morning and have a late kickoff. That's just my preference. I think that's better in the environment we are working in, and especially traveling between countries. I think that's a good thing to do the training early, and have then the players can choose what they do for the rest of the day.
Nathan, can I just ask you about the captaincy, what it means to you? your experience of being a leader, maybe people you've spoken to about leadership and your role within the camp as captain for this one without a lot of the experience there being here?
Yeah, obviously, huge moment for me and my family. I probably didn't take it in the moment as much as I should have, but that's just the way I am. I think my family did. I think they were crying in the stand. Honestly, it means a lot to me and my family. I think this camp, it's nearly easy being a captain in this team because there's so many leaders. I could go through the team now and you could name 6 or 7 boys that'll help me out, that'll chip in, talk, motivate, and makes my job easier. And obviously I'm missing a few of the older boys, past leaders. It is time for boys to step up, and it's time for us to start showing our leadership.
Heimir, you mentioned you're losing a day of training because of your weight trips, but is there something about the weight trips that can bring the squad together, can really help bond the team? And at this time, it's probably going to be a good time to go on a trip with the team and to really forge that bond within the team.
I think if you're on I wouldn't say maybe a losing streak. If you're in a downward spiral, I think it's good to go somewhere and do something different in a different country, different hotel, different environment. They shake things up, and of course the players are staying together much more and closer. So that's a good team building thing, to travel, to stay somewhere else, etc. So that's one thing in this.
And then just in terms of the match tomorrow night, can you, even though confidence is low, can you ask the team to play without fear tomorrow night? And do you think that confidence will come just by playing, without the burden of the jersey, as you say?
Yeah, I think without fear just goes in line with confidence of knowing what you should do. Then you start to play without fear. When everybody is doing, going the same direction, knowing what is going to happen. I said before, before this camp and after the last camp, I felt the kind of it looks like players are not confident when there is a run but not a pass, or there is a pass and not a run, and there's not, in defense. The decision making is slow because you're hesitant of going. So I think confidence comes with knowing what you're doing, and then slowly you build upon that.
Any further questions in the last section?